turn the lights off for me.
Huh?
You left me lights on.
I thought you knew how to turn them off. This guy slept in my living room with the light on all night long.
Oh boy!
Well, getting ready to leave. It's about 2 a.m.
Man, my arm a week. Ever feel that way?
You got it. Good job. Well, just got to Kentucky. It's like we had to make a couple stops, so we got here a little later than we wanted to. That's why we got here as early as we did, or left as early as we did. It's like 11 o'clock now. It looks like we got some rain coming though. But this is our setup for the weekend, packed full. We're gonna go just do some quick walking around and try to find as much sign as we possibly can and go from there. Hopefully we get into something. So, walking through here, we just came up there as a straight cliff. We were looking down over and there's this big basin. And you got these hills here, and then that cliff, so there's a nice funnel. We were coming through there, we only found like one scrape, maybe two, but there's a couple rubs, nice rub line coming down through here. And then this turns and there's a basin, nice funnel going that way. And look, you got that hillside. And in front of me here, same thing. There's this hill. It comes down to this little creek bottom, and then it rides back up. We've been finding some sign in here. These are all a bunch of oak flats up on top of all these. And we haven't found much luck of finding a whole lot of sign, rub-wise or scrape-wise, on top of these knobs. But down here below them, all these natural funnels, seems to be quite a bit of sign in here. So I think that's what we're going to kind of stick with. We'll probably sit in here tonight. We're about to get hit with a big rainstorm, so it depends on how long that lasts, if we get out for very long tonight.
Start of day 2 here in Kentucky. Me and Evan are just getting ready to walk into the woods. I'm going to be on the camera today, filming Evan in the morning. We found some good sign yesterday when we were pre-scouting the woods for where we set up camp. So we're going to set up over a couple hot scrapes. We're going to see what we can do. Move forward a little bit here. We had a couple deer coming in. We this 8-point venture in on us and just caught wind of us, so we're gonna move forward and see what we can find up this way.
Well, that'll do it for the morning, for the most part. Might do some scouting later. But here's our little setup. We'll do a quick overview of camp here, but getting some instant coffee ready. And gonna be cooking up something. Who knows exactly what here, but maybe a little bit of that. Well, this is home for the weekend, I guess. Kuyu tent set up, got it staked in. It was pretty windy yesterday when we got here, well, and it was raining, so we staked everything down. And this tent is really nice if you're looking for an out west tent, or even just a something for going on some nice weekends. This is the first time we really had it to the test with the rain, but this is nice here. We have plenty of space to put our gear, so we can keep our gear dry if we need to. We usually put our boots and everything out here, and they weren't wet at all this morning. I mean, the ground here, you can see the ground's pretty freaking dry.
Getting ready to head back into the woods. We're gonna head back into a bottom we found yesterday while scouting. We're gonna see if we can get it done. Evan's on the camera tonight, I'm on the bow. Let's see what we can make it happen. It's pretty early. We're going slow. We're gonna take our time getting in there. Figured getting in the woods and rather sitting at the car is better than nothing. So get in there and see what we can do. See what we're gonna do here in the morning. Could have been better, that's for sure. I thought for sure this bottom we would have seen a little bit more tonight, but I guess not. Bunch of birds. Noah's up first this morning. We got both bows with us. If Noah unloads his bow, then I'm up and I'll load mine up. Well, here's our morning set for our last morning here in Kentucky. We finally got on this little, right on this ridge. There's another ridge right over there. This dip, it funnels down into this little water and all this little pond here. We got bedding got a bunch of bedding in the thicket to my left this morning, so we'll see how things go. might be able to see in the video. Scratch out of him. Just had that buck come through right on the other side of this pond, knowing I've just been joking about what the only thing we're gonna see today is gonna be on the other side of this freaking pond where we can't see. And we're buddy hunting again this morning, just for film purposes. And sadly, we couldn't split up and hunt each side of the pond or whatever, but we ended up having that buck come over there. And I cut the video. After you seen that buck kind of get out of frame, I waited like 3 minutes just to let him work up the hill further. And into this thicket. And then it didn't look like he was coming back. So I put the camera down, and we did like a rattling sequence with some grunting and thrashing. And he must not want to play because he never came back to visit. But hopefully something else does. It's a pretty nice buck. That's probably the nicest buck we've seen the whole time we were here. And that's the one I think we got on footage the most, besides that spike the first morning hunt. But I guess it's how it goes when you're in public land in a place you've never been to before. You finally start learning it right when you gotta get back to work, sadly.
Alright guys, well, that does it for Kentucky, at least for this year. More than likely, I don't think I'm getting back out. I don't think Noah's getting back out. Just don't have enough days off work, sadly. But still got an Ohio tag. I know Nick's giving me a hard time right now. I got 3 tags in my pocket, burning a hole right now, but we'll see. Still got plenty of time to kill a buck in Ohio, and it's just starting to get good now in PA. It's November 3rd, so
our trail cameras are starting to pick up while we're in the tree. I already tagged out in PA, but I'll be able to get out and film Nick and Evan. It was a couple good days here in Kentucky. The first day was kind of a wash. I mean, we did some pretty good scouting. We got some pretty good sign of what we thought. And,
just a lot of rain.
And then, I mean, we didn't get skunked. We saw deer. Today was probably our most eventful day. Had a nice 8-point coming in about 60 yards. And just didn't want anything to do with our calling.
Yeah, all in all, it wasn't bad. I mean, it was a fun trip. Found like a nice piece of land here to hunt, but just couldn't capitalize on anything. Had a couple deer in range. Like that first day, we had them 2 bucks on the ground that if we would have just maybe had a little bit better of a setup, we would have been able to get it done. Or if I would have been, at one point we heard something behind us and I had my body turned, and like 15-20 minutes went by and I was like, yeah, turn back around facing towards the scrapes, and like 5-10 minutes later I turned my head and I just seen the buck crossing through. Didn't even get any footage of it, and waited, thought he'd come around, and then he got downwind of us and blew, and just a couple encounters kind of similar to that. And then today, of course, finally we found, like, got in the best hunting hole that we had found, like found where their bedroom was more than likely, and we were up tight to it, and we had that watering hole there. And it's gonna be real warm today and real warm tomorrow here in Kentucky in the 80s, but of course it's just how it goes, you know. Last day, you're here, you finally find what you've been looking for, and pretty confident if we had another couple days we'd probably kill at least one, if not maybe 2. But thanks for watching, guys.